actually is very nice. It's very well made. What's up, YouTube? This is G back with another video. Today we're gonna unbox this keyboard that I purchased from Lazada, again, straight from China. It says on the box it's AULA F75. I actually ordered an AULA F87, right? Because I'm always used to kind of like 87 keys, not this low. But let's go ahead and open this up and see if it's actually F75, which is an incorrect product. I'll probably return it, or I don't know. Or if it's an F87, which is the one that I purchased. And all right, it's F87. Okay, so they just used an incorrect box. F75, okay. A couple of palpitations there, but good thing it's actually F87 inside. I like the box inside, as you can see. Mechanical keyboard, AULA, and then it says Gasket instruction. Now this one, very underrated because it's, you know, it's low cost, it's cheap, right? Inexpensive. But look at that, it's Gasket structure, 87 keys again, the one that I preferred. Cool backlight effect, but this one I'm interested because what I've seen so far in very few YouTube videos, it sounds amazing, right? So we'll check that out later on in our sound test. So on the back, you do have the black, white, blue here, and the black, white, green. I guess again, I purchased a lot of language on the back. F87 again, 3-in-1 hot swappable RGB gasket mechanical keyboard. Now, it's actually pretty hefty. Surprisingly for a keyboard, it has some weight on it. So let me open this main box here. Oh, okay, they got my order right as well. I can already see that the text is in the middle, which again I prefer. So as soon as we unbox it, first thing that we're gonna see is this good. You know what? For an inexpensive product like this, I think the unboxing experience is pretty good, right? So it has a lot of colors, right? You know, I mean, printing and all. And this one, black F87 3-mode mechanical keyboard, 30S quick operation guideline. You also have this with, oh, tons of information from the back. So these are the shortcuts, right? So I'm not gonna like read everything to you there, but you can just screenshot if you wanted. But it's basically talking about, you know, how to switch the light effect, right? Light brightness, 2.4 connection. So a lot of shortcuts, right? Combination keys to activate something, which is pretty nuts, right? It's really, really good. So make sure you don't lose this if you're gonna purchase one. So you will always have this guide handy. All right, now for the main show here, you also have this, looking it's more like a factory one, AULA. I think that is their icon, kind of like a Spider-Man right there. Look at that, right? I think it's definitely a spider. Winged F87, so that's the official name. Again, 3-in-1 hot swappable RGB gasket mechanical keyboard. Okay, so you also have the manual there, of course. Very good. And then on the top, you have a couple of things here that I can see. Let me set the keyboard aside here. Oh, okay. So you have this very flimsy dash protector. Good thing is, I mean, you have this out of the box right away. So it's not really biggie. You can always use this to protect your keyboard from the dust. I actually don't have that for some reason. You know, I think older keyboard doesn't have that. Because of that, I actually purchased an acrylic one recently, straight from China as well. At the same time as this keyboard, but arrived earlier, and yeah, I'm using it and absolutely loving it. But yeah, let's go ahead and remove this. Oh, this is actually big. Wow, what? This keyboard is heavy. You know what? I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back to you. That keyboard is heavy. Wow, I did not expect that. It's a lot heavier than my current keyboard. Okay, so a couple of things here. Of course, the USB cable, Type C to Type A, very long and gray. Right? It's not braided or anything. It's just a normal, traditional USB cable. And you also have, of course, a cap remover here, a very long one. right? So they need not to be long like this, but you know, it's pretty long, so that is good. And a couple of sample switches right here. Now this is using gray switches. It's their proprietary switches, you know, like their own one. But again, so far what I noticed is it's really good in sound. So again, we'll do some sound testing later on. But this is from Leobog, right? Gray wood axis, that's what they call it. Version 4, right? It also comes with other version, like I believe there is like a blue axis, you know, just a traditional blue clicky mechanical switches, and then a space gold axis, right? And then again this gray one, and then labeled flexible shaft B3, which is much more expensive. When I check it out, it's actually like yellow and red. Now this one, just to really show you quickly here, I'm gonna put it here. So that is the you know, specification for that. It says POM axis, more hi-fi sound. Conduction pressure is 40G, you know, plus and minus 3GF. And then bottom pressure is 50 plus and minus 3. Conduction stroke is 1.5, right, with 3 millimeter error there, or total stroke is 3.6. It's really like heavy. I cannot understand why it's heftier like this, and it's wow, it's very nice. It's very well made, right? Let me see if you can check that out. Let me zoom a bit here. I don't know if you can check that out. Okay, so I zoomed a little bit, right, hoping that you can see some things, but look at that finish. Yeah, it's actually amazing. It's very tight, right? Also, it feels very dense for a keyboard, and I'm just admiring the looks right now. But on the top, on the right side, right, you do have the Bluetooth toggle there. If you want to go to Bluetooth, to wired mode, or to 2.4G, of course you have the Type C, and this is what I like. It has a housing for the USB, which is magnetic, right? So it's very cool. It's actually magnetic, as you can see, and you're not gonna lose that. Underneath, you have this stand, which is a double, right? So if you want taller or tallest like that, you can do that. If you want the smaller one, you also have that, and that is also rubberized, right? Pretty good. There's rubber here, rubber everywhere. Wow, this is like super well made. This is not removable, so I thought it's removable because there's something like this, but this is not removable. The USB port is on the top again next to that, but there's no removable or anything there or cover. And this, I believe, on the side are LEDs. That's why I actually bought this, because I wanted to have such LED from the side. This keyboard is actually complying on the 87 keys. It's still exact like that. This one is a Macinite, you know, like an old, I can't remember the model number of this. I think K500, something like that. But it's an old Macinite with stealth, right? Stealth keycaps from Razer. So yeah, it's lighting up like that, so you can see that, but it's dark when it's off. And I really dig the new setup of this new keyboard. So yeah, the weight, this one is heavy, but this one is like, wow, that's a lot heavier. I thought this is already heavy, but this one's a lot heavier. And you know what? I love that, because that feels premium. Now again, this is RGB, but it's turned off right now. So let's check first the button layouts here, right? So it's just, again, standard 87 keys, as you can see. But again, I like the color combination, right? That is the profile. And you know what? Let's do some typing really quick and see how it sounds. OMG. Oh, I love that. Holy crap. Oh my, oh my God. Even this space bar, I don't have a word to express this or to describe that, but it's super satisfying to press, guys. Hold up, hold up, hold up. So of course, I do have a keyboard here as well, which is like a tiny Rapu one, right? I love this keyboard because, you know, I just bring it with me, whatever, you know, when I'm sitting like that, you know, for if I'm like using a TV as a monitor. But yeah, as you can see, much bigger. And of course here, you're not really gonna get anything. It's even loud actually, but the experience is very flat as if you're typing on a keyboard of a laptop, right? But on this one, it's like, oh my God. What? That's like super different on what I'm used to for a mechanical keyboard. All right, let's try. That's how it sounds. Very high as well. Okay. Very loud, it's very standard. And this one, new one, oh my God. And it's just bringing me joy in typing this. I don't know. I don't understand why. Wow. That is amazing. All right, so as you can see, I connected it by a 2.4. You don't need to set up or do any configuration at all. I just removed the 2.4 here, USB dongle, put it on my USB port, and it's good to go. All right, it's already connected. It's already working right now, as I can see. Now, the thing here, you don't have quick changes for RGB unlike the Macinec, right? Looking on my Macinec here, again, it's very old, but you can on the Macinec, I do have some scroll here. You can actually like scroll that and change the you know, RGB lights and whatnot. But on this one, you don't have that, so you will have to follow the shortcut. But man, I really love the feeling of that. You can also connect this to Android, Windows, Mac, you know, anything, even an iOS. So just to let you know, and again, with a lot of connection, Bluetooth 2.4 and wired, very versatile keyboard here. So F pen and insert, as you can see, changing color right now. And you got your rainbow right there. Now, the RGB is actually very discreet, right? Which I think you're gonna either love or hate. I don't hate it, you know, I don't hate it. I'm just probably used in this, you know, keycaps from Razer, the stealth pudding, because these keycaps are actually pudding. So they're black, but they are translucent, right? So it definitely shows a lot of colors. Let me see if we can actually get that effect on some of these keys. However, these keys are amazing, you know, by their default look, they're already looking amazing. But for the sake of our testing, I think they actually look good, right? They look dope. Let me see if there's any color, static color here. Okay, so the Razer one, as you can see, top one is also bleeding the light, so you can see the light there, which is pretty good. However, when it's turned off, it's stealth mode, right? So you're not gonna see the legend, right? That's the problem with my keyboard. However, again, this one is amazing. So I'm actually thinking of replacing some other stuff like the black one. Since they're already black, I'm probably gonna replace them with the Razer, you know, stealth pudding like this, and then keep the other one as is because they just look amazing, right? All right, that's how it looks like in total darkness here. I mean, you know, with my monitor in the front. Looks good actually. The RGB is doing justice, right? I love it. White, it looks dope, and that is just a single color, and moving color right there. It's amazing. So there's actually a side light in this one, white currently. You can change that by downloading their app, but it looks pretty as well. So I love that. But that's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Click the like if you like this video. Comment down below if you have any questions, any suggestion. I always check my comments, so just go ahead and put some comments there. Subscribe again if you're not subscribed yet. I unbox things like this, so it might help in your purchase decision. But that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, and see you on my next one. Peace.